Hey guys, welcome to today's reading on what's next in your love life. I thought to switch it up and do something related to love today. So we have 4 groups to select from. As you can see, group 1, Garnet with Choose a New Direction. Get more information and this Petrified wood within the next few weeks, and this Amazonite and this Amethyst with perfect timing. So go ahead and be sure to select a pile using your intuition, and I will see you in your group. Timestamps are down below. Group 1 with this Garnet. Welcome to your reading on what's next in your love life. Okay, so romantic love. I mean, we have this card right here. And so, I'm getting this feeling that romantic love is on the horizon, but with this reading, Spirit is giving you some guidance on how to get to this destination. And with Change a New Direction, it isn't in the most obvious way of, making yourself available. Because, I mean, sometimes, we hear things like that, make yourself available, get out there, blah, blah, blah. But this has more to do with, correcting some of the things that are in your life right now. With this card right here, to receive, you must release. What can you let go of? What do you want to receive? Letting go. It's letting go of some of the tension and the conflict. It appears here with domestic harmony and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the World card is like having to bring an ending to some of the disharmony that is in your home life, whether it's your home life or your family life, or some of the negativity around the connections that you have in that area. So for some it could be family, for some it could be roommates or your living situation, and so this is sort of the thing that you may not be seeing with, because we have the 2 of Swords here in reverse, right around the Choose a New Direction card. And so this is sort of something that you may not be seeing or associating with, or connecting it with, like this new romantic love that is coming in. So this need to have a little bit more harmony, or being committed to clearing up some of the disharmony in your living space, your family, things like that, and just letting go of some of the negativity. And when I say some of the negativity, I mean, and especially with this World card, I'm getting also that it's really about learning the lessons that this situation may have to teach you as well, and starting to work on, and just maybe put it out to the universe, like, hey, what am I supposed to learn from this situation? Like, what can I do to improve this situation? Like, what's my role in this? What am I to learn? How am I to, just start putting the questions out there, or, maybe you already have the answers, and so the idea is just to clear some of that up, right? Because with this Garnet, I'm getting like this, this cleansing or this clearing of certain chakras around love and the sacral chakra and things like that. So this is something that you may not be seeing in connection to romantic love. So with divine love, when you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with Spirit. So also I'm getting that, with romantic love, it's Spirit is saying, don't worry so much about that. And this is what I've already said, is don't worry, sort of detach from this desire and the outcome of it, and instead focus on spending time with friends, focus on your happiness. That's the big thing that I'm getting with this happiness card, and the family. Focus on friends, and just really enjoying yourself, having fun, reaching out to people. With happiness, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path, right? And with dolphins, I always get the sense of like them just being so playful and happy. And there's something a little bit childlike, but they're very socially intelligent as well. There's something a little bit childlike about dolphins. Like, they're just very, very intelligent, but they know how to have fun. They're always playing around. I'm getting this image of this dolphin that I saw. I think it was a YouTube video. I think it was a tank somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where this dolphin was living, and so they put a mirror in the water, or on one of the mirrors, and he's just coming up to the mirror, and he's like checking himself out, and he's playing around, and like just having this sort of really playful, lighthearted energy to you. So, like, I think that is how you are going to attract this romantic love, is by releasing some of this negative, like heavier sort of stuff that's around you, right? So with last quarter moon and Pisces, talk less, feel more. So, and I'm getting this in relation to this family or this living arrangement that has to be released in some way. And I just got the thought too that maybe it means also disconnecting and moving out for some of you guys, moving out of this environment. And asking your guides, like I'm just seeing here with the tarot cards, because this group of friends are doing divination as well. So maybe like seeking answers, asking your guides like what you should do in this situation, like sort of what their wisdom is. If you ask what the lessons are, or if there's any more lessons there for you. For some of you, there are lessons for you. There's things that you need to do that you need to like work on. For some, it may be just like leaving, planning an exit plan, but really just like ask your guides and see what it is that you need. But anyway, talk less and feel more. So like this is going to be very much guided by your feelings, and it's not so much because maybe I find sometimes it's almost like I'm thinking of like talk therapy. When things are bothering us, it's like, oh, we'll just talk about it. It's good to get it off your chest. And so with talk less and feel more, I'm just getting this need to like process some of the strong emotions that are coming up for you, and to really, really sit with them and feel them so that they can process out of your system and be purged from your system. And once you do have those, maybe you're going to have to cry it out. Maybe, I know sometimes we don't like these negative emotions because we just don't like how they feel, but that's what I'm getting with this card, is this need to purge these emotions, and then perhaps be able to look at it from a more finding solutions for it, figuring out how to move forward, right? But it isn't so much about just talking and not feeling it, right? Because we could talk and talk and talk, and I think sometimes that's why talking can be very ineffective, especially in like a sort of therapeutic environment, because it's like what we really need is to feel those emotions and to purge them and to release them. So to receive, you must release, right? So it goes back to that, and it's like these feelings of, like conflict. So this Five of Swords, it's just a lot of conflict, maybe feeling defeated, feeling less than, feeling like other people have tried to, I don't want to say be dominant over you, but how some people have a way of like pushing things on other people, and like it's like they don't believe necessarily in that whole live and let live. There's some people that are a little bit more dominant, a little more aggressive, have this need to be right, and it's like maybe you're the type of person who doesn't want to fight, or maybe you kind of are at the bottom of the totem pole in your family, or prefer to sort of like not go at it, or like there's people that are a bit more negative, or whatever the case is. So it's really getting out of this Five of Swords energy and just really processing the emotions of that, right? Because it seems to, because we have the Pisces card, we have the Moon card, and we have the Five of Swords. So it's like there's some deep underlying things that are going on within you, and I think in order for you to move into a romantic relationship, you're going to have to sort through this disharmony in the family, in your living arrangement. You're going to have to figure it out. spend more time with friends, people that you enjoy their company, people who are going to lift your spirits, and just do the work that you need to do, right? And just sort of detach from this outcome of a romantic love. It's going to come in at the time that it's going to come in, right? And it may be a time that you're not going to see it, but it's going to be a time that you're happy, right? And that's what I'm getting with this happiness card, is really doing what makes you happy, putting your happiness first. That doesn't mean not doing the work. I mean, I feel like the happiness is going to come from doing the hard work to resolve this family situation, right? So, yeah, it's like with this Five of Swords, I'm feeling like, you know, your friends or other sort of acquaintances or other people that are outside of your family or your living environment are really going to help you, you know, be a lot more happy, or, you know, change your vibe. Just change your vibe, and it may take a bit of time, but, you know, when you start to feel happy and at peace, then that's when you know you're on the right track, you know? When you've let go of the outcome that you want with this romantic love, it's like that's when you know you're on the right path, right? And when you just feel a lot more at ease with the situation that you're in, when your home life is a lot more stable, that's when you'll be, you know, because I feel too that Spirit's going to bring in this relationship when you're ready for it, you know? And when I say ready for it, it's like Spirit really wants you to have like a clean slate in this way, you know, because what is the point of bringing in a romantic partner when there's, you know, fighting and tension and all these different things sorted out? So Spirit, I feel, really has, he knows that you can improve on this situation. He knows that you can, you know, learn the lessons, release, let go, move on, you know, and to really become really playful and happy, you know. But it's a decision that you have to make, and an intention, I feel like, that you have to set, you know. Yeah, it's a decision you have to make, to do this, to learn the lessons and to move on and to complete this cycle. You know, maybe this is something that's been going on for a long time. Yeah, I get the sense it's been going on for a long time with this Taurus. Like, I'm getting this like very stubborn, fixed sort of like situation. It's been like this for a long time, and maybe these are some of the people that I was referring to, that are a part of this, right? That they have a stubbornness, this need to be right, or a way of just like, you know, just a way of being. And so there's certainly lessons for you to learn. Just set your intention in that area, and just let go of the attachment to this romantic love, and just do the work that you need to do, and Spirit will bring in this new romantic love that is on the horizon. And yeah, and so that's what I'm seeing with your pile, group 1. So good luck on, you know, these lessons that you need to learn. I know family situations are never the easiest, right? Where it's sort of one of those things that feel very out of our control, but sometimes we're paired with certain people in order to learn the lessons that we're going to learn, and to just evolve us mentally and spiritually, and to you know, teach us certain lessons, and also like to make us more confident. And I also just got this feeling too of whoever this person that's going to come in for you ultimately, it's like you want to feel like the lessons you're going to learn from this are going to help you with this romantic love. It's going to make you just a stronger, more confident person, someone who knows how to, and this isn't to say that you don't know how to deal with situations, but more challenging situations, right? Like, you're going to be able to know how to maneuver, maybe be more vocal as well. I'm getting the sense of, yeah, being vocal in certain areas, and then also knowing how to manage your energy or your vibe a little bit more with, and the importance of you know, being, there's just lessons, and it's going to be different for everyone. So I won't get too much into that, but yeah, so all the best of luck to you guys, group 1. If you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Take care, guys. Bye. Group 2, Petrified Wood. What's next in your love life? Okay. So, what's next in your love life? So, I don't know. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So, you're approaching a conclusion of some sort. I don't know if that means in a love relationship with the Lovers in reverse. Anyway, let me just get into it. So, the card you selected was get more information. And I think right now, what Spirit is saying is for you to just take the time to take care of yourself. And, we have squirrel in spiritual maintenance. Be your own caretaker. And when I think of squirrels too, I think of just like, them getting their nuts, like burying them, just like not going through the motions, but just doing the work that needs to be done to really, really ground yourself. And I see that here also with be still and sing. Because I get the sense too that your spirit team, with this get more information, want you to sort of like stop working so hard. With this 7 of Pentacles in reverse, I'm getting this feeling like this need to surrender and to stop fighting. They usually this is a card where he's fighting off these wands, but in this card he's sort of surrendering and he's stopping and praying, and he's sort of letting go a little bit, and with this card in reverse, it's I feel like there's nothing more you can do about this situation. Even with this 2 of Swords, you're not going to really see your way out of it. It's not a situation that you have to keep fighting at or defending yourself or putting in effort, putting in work, because that effort, it seems like, is going to go to waste. It isn't what you need to be doing right now. It isn't, and what you need to be doing is working on your own peace, your own healing, and that's what I'm getting with this Lovers card, with Archangel Raphael. And just this part of this emerald green heart is really standing out. And it's almost like this recovery from an illness. And I'm getting it's like a heart illness. So maybe there's some sort of heartbreak that's taken place, or some feelings that have come up, with blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So that's Spirit reminding you that, to put in the work for yourself, to take care of yourself, and not so much trying to put effort into this situation, because it seems like an ending is approaching, an ending to the fighting, to the disputes. So this could be you are in a relationship, but there's fighting going on. There's, opposing opinions, different views, winners and losers. And, I'm seeing you as this third party right here. You're not the person who's trying to win. You're not the person who's defeated, but you're the person, Spirit wants you to be the person who's like, I'm not playing this game of winners and losers. I want to be outside of this dynamic, and I think that the message for you is to really take time to slow down and to meditate, to take care of yourself. You're responsible for your well-being. At the end of the day, whoever this other person may be isn't responsible for your well-being. And you do have the ability to walk away and not fight, which is what we're seeing here, and to not fight. And, I see this as bringing balance to this situation and bringing fairness, justice to this situation. Maybe when things settle, you guys can communicate in a better, more effective way. Like speaking from your heart is what I'm getting, especially with this Ace of Coins, is like an opportunity will present itself for this situation to be resolved in a more amicable way, a more fair way. And this will come in faster if you do the spiritual work and really take care of your well-being at this time. So it's really about grounding yourself. And I'm going to pull up the meaning of this rhodozite card as well. And, 43 amounts to a 7. So again, it does have this very spiritual message to it. So it's having this trust that Spirit is going to bring in an opportunity for this situation to be resolved or concluded. And that doesn't mean necessarily that, and it's going to be done in a fair and just way. Okay. I could definitely see that. Okay. So rhodozite means mighty power. So the stone is excellent for removing blockages and for adding vitality to the physical body. It cleanses, activates, and powers up all the chakras and harmonizes the etheric bodies. This crystal encourages the flow of Kundalini energy to all the cells and spaces in between. Okay, so the ground around your workplace and your home may need healing and stabilizing by planting suitable crystals in the earth. Okay, so maybe that's another message too, is that just having more crystals in your space. And again, it's more about grounding, being still, not engaging in this back and forth dynamic, sort of surrendering, meditating, taking care of yourself, just doing the duties. Like I just heard, going to the gym or exercise. And just waiting and trusting that that opportunity from Spirit will come in for you. Okay, and for some of you, maybe some of you like to sing. Some of you like to do hair. I just see something with the hands and the hair as well. She's singing with a brush. So whatever activity that is good for you, that brings in stillness for you, you're being encouraged to do, because it's definitely a sense of recovery needs to take place. Maybe you've been working too hard. Maybe you've been fighting too much. Maybe it's time for you to surrender, right? Recognize that the solutions aren't going to come from putting in more work. It seems like you have been putting in the work. It's not going to come from defending yourself. It's not going to be coming from going head to head with this person, right? It's not going to come from blaming the other person. It's going to come from you taking responsibility for your own well-being, and then just waiting for more information to come through at the right time. And that information is going to come through when you do take care of yourself. So just focus on that. Focus on grounding yourself, and Spirit will bring in more information to you once you do get that done. So that is your reading on what's next in your love life. Is sort of like a surrender, right? Surrendering, knowing that whatever fight or conflict that's going on is going to come to a conclusion, but it's not going to come to a conclusion with you doing what you were doing before, right? Justice is going to come in when you take responsibility for your own well-being and start to really recover. It's almost like an illness in your heart chakra, okay? And so like reconciliation or something like that can happen, or whatever conclusion that turns out to be, but it needs to be made from the space of you being more in a recovered state. So that is your reading group 2. I hope it was helpful for you. Please give me a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Bye guys. All right, group 4 with this Amazonite stone. This is your reading on what's next in your love life. So, With your love life, it looks like there is big changes happening. Um, with this change card right here, and within the next few weeks, a new beginning. So it seems like there's this new relationship coming in. It's not even just a relationship. It's someone that I think is everything that you had envisioned and imagined for yourself. Like, that's what I'm getting with this Ten of Pentacles. It's like something completely coming down from number one, the Magician card, from your intentions, from it's everything that you wanted is coming down from source to manifestation, which I'm seeing here with the Tree of Life. So this could be a man or a woman, depending on what you're looking for. But it's this new opportunity of this person, and this is going to be coming in within the next few weeks. So right now it is the spring, right? So here with Persephone and new beginnings as well, her outfit reminds me of spring, right? And so as the Queen of the Dead and the winter, so this doesn't even necessarily have to be just spring, right? Because, Persephone, and it reminds me of, emerging in spring and this new beginning, this freshness of spring. But it could also mean, after a period, like say you're watching this at a later time, it could also mean just a period of what felt like winter, right? Maybe a period of being alone, like in a hermit sort of phase of your life. So, or a time when, of reflection, when there wasn't any prospect in the vicinity. And the reason why I'm also getting that is because, when this person enters your life, you're going to feel like you are magic with this card right here, right? You're going to really recognize your powers and the strength of your powers and your ability to manifest what it is that you want. And I think it's really going to affect your life majorly for the better with this Hangman in reverse, right? It's and you're just really going to see that you are really powerful, and you can set your intentions, and you can get what it is you want. And so long as you follow your intuition and follow this sort of guidance, you will be led to everything that it is that you desire. And so that's what I'm getting with this starfish intuition. Listen to your soul's truth, think less and feel more, right? And so also with this Judgment card, it's like, you're going to be guided. You're definitely going to be guided by your higher self or your spirit team to what it is that you've set your intentions to. And so while this whole time, this period of winter that we were talking about, whether it's physical winter or just this state of winter where there's, things are sort of not happening, things aren't really moving forward, but you had a lot of time to really set your intentions and decide what it is that you wanted. And so it from then, it's like that period of winter, I just see that it's been sort of a long time coming for you with this Four of Cups and sort of this waiting period and just sort of feeling like okay, like when is it going to happen? The way she has her hands on her chin is like, oh, okay, I'm waiting with this Knight of Pentacles, just this really, really slow moving change taking place. But again, they're all looking over here, and it's like now finally this opportunity is coming in. But again, it's just the beginning. But and here, even with prosperity, you'd see the roots and the seeds coming in. So I just feel that right now or in the next few weeks, that is when things are really going to start, like the seeds, like you're going to have this opportunity come in and just have to, grow it from there. Right. So, it's just the very beginning of it, the same way that, how a plant or a flower starts with just like a seed, and it's something that has to still grow. Right. So with prosperity and change, the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, and heart and soul and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and the riches of the universe. And so this ties into the You Are Magic card, right? Just this overall sense of well-being and prosperity. And you're really gonna, and I just feel like it's going to be such a big contrast to this sort of winter feeling that I was telling you about. Whether it was actual winter or it was just like a period of being alone or just not having what it was that you desired. And I think that just having that contrast alone will really, really make you a lot more appreciative of this individual coming in and all the happiness and the love that surrounds that, whether it's other people in the mix, or maybe it's a family that you want. Maybe it's just like these harmonious partnerships or these long-term relationships or something long-lasting, something that will stand the test of time, right? So with change here, when the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. So I think this ties into your the magician card here with and you are magic. So I mean, I think it's also a realization, and I think maybe this is part of what's coming in for the love relationship is just this sense that you don't get to control how this opportunity grows, right? How this relationship starts to take off with this person. It's really just about realizing that you're not in control and that you sort of have to go with the flow of this and this other person. And, control is just an illusion. And there's no need to try and control it. And I'm getting it with her and like all of these hands. Like I'm just seeing like someone who's like trying to control this and trying to control all these things. And so I think with sometimes I just had this feeling too, is like once we start to see our things start to manifest, especially if this is a new thing, we're like, oh, okay, cool, like now it's starting, right? And so it's just always remembering that you are magic. You look at like the hands, we have the hands here and the hands there. And that you can set the intentions, but ultimately it's going to come in the way that it comes in. And that can also be in reference to who this person is, right? They may not, they could be the person who is to fulfill your intentions, but they may not look the way that you want them to look. And what I mean by that is, obviously you're going to be attracted to the person, and there's going when we talk about the body, mind, heart, and soul, and actual prosperity, right? So everything that makes our body, mind, heart, and soul and spirit sing, right? So I'm getting this in connection with this individual that's going to be part of your Ten of Pentacles, what you were trying to manifest. And it's going to be someone who it fulfills all these different aspects of you. So your body, your mind, your heart, your soul, and your spirit. So it may not be exactly what you had envisioned in your mind, right? When you set this intention. So just keep an open mind and just follow your intuition. Like, it's more about how it feels than, how you're thinking about it. Cause there might be a give and take. And I guess there's this, what's it called? Like there's this appreciation for spirits, like not appreciation, but it's like this is like a higher sort of pulling to you to what is meant for you, so there's some higher wisdom at play with who this individual is. So so that is like the universe knows what it's providing you. And that's always that thing of like letting go of the attachments of this and that, but you probably already know all this stuff by now. So it's just a really successful period coming up for you, after a period of winter, a period of drought, whether that's, physical or just like a spiritual sort of feeling. So I think you're going to start to recognize that your manifestations are going to be coming in the next few weeks. And, again, it's just something that is going to grow, and it's going to grow slowly with this Knight of Pentacles. So just, be patient with it and follow your intuition. and just go with the flow of the changes and just embrace it. So yeah, so just a lot of success for you guys. So good luck, guys. I hope you enjoy this new thing that's coming in for you. So if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Bye, guys. Group 4, welcome to your reading with this Amethyst stone. What's next in your love life? So, okay, so with you picked the perfect timing card, and I'm getting surrender to the perfect timing. Okay, because I feel like your higher self and that of your partner is guiding you ever so perfectly on how to move forward with this connection. And I see this as just like a really, really, really deep connection with the moon and heart fire as well. And with the Three of Wands is like, I don't know, I keep getting this Three of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles, which this is about waiting. This is about, not waiting or something not coming in. So it's almost like this, what's the word? It's like going back and forth between waiting and then, not waiting or things not coming in. Or like, I don't know. It's just like this sort of back and forth. So it's like really about surrendering to the perfect timing, because this connection, I think, is a very, very deep connection. The reason why I say that is this man of the earth, woman of the sky. So usually, we associate the masculine with the element of air, which is the sky, and the feminine with the element of earth, which is the feminine. And so for the man to be of the earth and the woman to be of the sky, and then you see this merging together of like the masculine and the feminine, I just really get this feeling of this person being this, like, it's just being, a perfect combination, or, him being like you or you being like him kind of feeling, where it's like the man is the feminine, or it could be the man is the feminine and then the female is the masculine. But I don't even, it could be like that for some people, but I also just see it as like of them having parts of you and then you having parts of them, and just this merging together with heart fire, with passion for purpose as well. So these are really about fire, about passion, and then the number one, and then the number two. That's another reason why I feel like, because I feel like, the two is a reflection of the one. And so this is like a very deep connection. And so it's really, really important to surrender wholeheartedly to the timing, time is not running out, I just heard. There is still timing. There's still time. Like when I look at this, the sand in this, it looks like there's still time to go, right? And it's interesting because there's like these two rainbows coming from over here and over here, and I see it as like this merging of this two. So, with surrender and then this Three of Wands in reverse, it's like this is about like maybe perhaps not getting what it is that, things not working out, and then this is about being patient. But then also we have the Chariot. So I almost get like, when the time is right, things are just going to move forward really, really, really fast. So in the meantime, I just get a lot of like sensuality, with soaking in a bath. And this is like about the surrendering as well. And this heart fire, and then there's more fire up here. I just think that, maybe you're entering into a phase where, you're doing more things like taking a bath, like being more sensual, with purpose, doing things more driven by your heart, things that you enjoy, that relax you, that cleanse you, that stabilize you, that ground you. you know. And I get that, your answer to, um, having this sort of patience for the perfect timing for things to unfold are the as they are has to do with, um, I don't know. I get this sense of it has to do with surrender, right? It all comes down to surrendering. I mean, that just keeps coming up and up and up and up, especially with this moderation in reverse. So we have unbalance and then we have moderation in reverse, right? So, slow and steady wins the race, I just heard. Um, it's it's like, I don't know, I'm getting like bringing together two opposites. They're like two opposites, but they merge together perfectly. It's like the yin and the yang. Um, and so that is like the piece about moderation. I'm getting something with being moderate as well. Yeah, being moderate with, like, your higher self is trying to go about this in a way that, things will come together very seamlessly. So it's not about taking action necessarily. It's like about things coming together. It's like being patient, and then at the right time, things will start to just move, you know? But I do see, you know, this being a really intense connection and it being emerging, and like a man, a masculine with feminine energies, or feminine with masculine energies, and just like this sort of coming together of the masculine again, number one, and then the feminine, number two. So that's like within both of you guys, within each of you guys are both very well balanced individually, and then come together. That's what I'm getting more of. But it could also mean, the male being more feminine. But it has something to do with the masculine and the feminine um, energies. And it's about bringing them together. You know what I'm also thinking too, and I guess that's what I'm getting with moderation, and what this whole timing thing is about, is like when you're bringing in opposites. I think there's like what example can I give? I'm just feeling this so strongly. It's like mixing two. It's like, okay, oil and water. I know they're not opposites, but there's certain products, like, they don't really mix together. But then there's times where, or there's things you can do so that you can pour them in slow. I don't know if this is how it's done, but this is just the example that's being given to me right now. It's like pouring them together, but it has to be done really slowly so that it can mix together and blend together. You can't, or it's like, say when you're making a cake or you're making a recipe and they tell you to stir in the milk slowly. You can't just pour all the milk in. But if you want it to thicken up and you want the product, like the ingredients to blend together, you have to like pour in very little, little by little. Say you're making a cake, and you're mixing, whatever, but you have to do it slowly. You can't just dump it all in and then mix it, right? So I'm getting that sort of feeling with this masculine feminine energy, and this timing, and this moderation. It's just like this slow pouring and then mixing, slow pouring and then mixing. Um, and I'm also getting that with this heart fire and then this water, right? Um, of just like, this fire and then slowly pouring some water on it. And then, and I'm seeing like the masculine as being the fire and then the feminine being the water, right? And so there's like, otherwise, there's going to be a lot of imbalance in moving forward, um, in mixing these two together, right? There's something with physical activity as well. There's something with the physical activity and this heart and this purpose. So maybe I don't know. Maybe this has to do with fitness. Maybe for some of you guys, this has to do with someone who has a passion for fitness, like a personal trainer or someone that you're gonna bond with over health, over fitness, over running or cycling, or some type of adventure. Um, like, that's what I'm getting with this Three of Wands over here too. For some of you guys is like, looking out, right? So this sense of adventure, getting out there, because I'm feeling this Chariot card is also like as this masculine force, like wanting to get out there, wanting to, and then there's also this level of like chill and relaxation that's coming with soaking in a bath. So it's really bringing these two opposites together. So again, it could be that one person is extremely masculine and one person's very, very feminine. And so it's like, how do we mix those two together, right? How do we grow? Like, it's like Spirit is saying, like, how do we bring these two people together while at the same time each person being able to still grow along their own lines as well, right? So it's not just about you guys together, it's also about you guys as individuals, and the need to like grow each one of those areas, right? And so that's where it's like so that's what you really have to surrender to, because it's like, there's this higher wisdom that's going to come in and guide you on how to go about that. And it's not that you're not getting it what it is that you think that you want. It's that there's a process to this, and there's a way that's that you're going to move forward so that you can grow along your lines, your partner can, and so that you two can merge together in a way that's like, for example, like with water and fire, right? Like that would be a good example, is like when there's fire, you don't want the water to come in and just completely put out the fire in certain circumstances. I mean, maybe if it was a fire you would, but it's like if you want to still keep the fire blazing, it just needs a little bit of water, right? As opposed to just pouring all the water in, right? And so like that's what I'm feeling for the masculine, is like, this masculine being fire, and it's like maybe it was burning too brightly on its own, and so now it needs a bit of water, so it burns a little, like that sort of thing, right? But if you overdo it, you guys can cancel each other out in a way. And so that's what I'm referring to when I say it needs to sort of come in together slowly, so that both of you guys can sort of maintain your independent identities, like you see here with this rainbow coming in, and then that rainbow coming in, and it's sort of flowing through together, right? But at the same time, it's not completely merged together to become one rainbow, right? So it's like maintaining your own independence, and your own energies, and the way that you guys are, but also still sort of coming together in the right timing, slowly, like the same way that whatever this thing is called with the sand, this timekeeper sand, it's like it's gonna happen in due time. Like you can't rush, the sand to go down, right? Yeah. And I don't know, like I'm getting something too with this like helix over here and physical activity. It's almost like, there's something about this that's creating, I'm seeing this as DNA. It's like, this is going to have like an impact on your physical body somehow, and it's just like, the energy of this person, or whoever you are and whoever this other person is, it's really going to make an impact on who you are. Your physical DNA, maybe it will, you'll help calm this person down. They'll get you more passionate, and maybe you're going to uncover more of your purpose or your own calling, or have more desire to push through, depending on where you land on the masculine feminine, but it's going to make some like really profound changes to you. So yeah, and then that's part of why this has to happen slowly, because this is part of your, I'm getting destiny. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your calling. Um, like this person's going to aid you in some way with your calling, and your purpose, and making sort of changes to you. And yeah, yeah. So, so that's what I'm getting for your reading, group 4. I hope it was helpful for you. If you like this video, please give it a like, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.